Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. I hope you're all doing okay. It's snowing outside and it's crap and there's nothing to do. So I was feeling a bit reflective. So I was looking back at some old videos and thought it might be a nice idea to sort of look back over the channel and just sort of see where we've come from really. As I'm looking back at old videos, it's actually amazing considering we've had 2 lockdowns and a tier 1, 2, 3 system that makes no sense to anybody. But actually, the amount of stuff that's happened on the channel has been mind-boggling actually. I've done, look at all these are all the track days I've done. There's one missing here because I never even bothered to go, it was raining that badly. But there's 11 track days here. Probably 3 of those were washed out, 4 I think actually. But still, there's a fair bit of track time that's happened this year. Obviously Jerez got cancelled. I should have been in Jerez. I'd have been coming home now actually, which is a bummer. I took delivery of 2 new bikes, the RSV4 1100 Factory 2020, the KTM 350 EXCF 2020. You should have all seen, if not look up here, I've just ordered a new Ducati model to be announced. New van has come. I bought a new van this year. I've test ridden at least 8, 10 different bikes I think. Done a load of off-road stuff, been to Mick Exton's experience, done a load of green laning. So actually I've sort of uploaded a video since 10th of March, which was my first upload, and I had one GoPro and a Dream. I had one single GoPro and I think I uploaded my first, it probably shows, but I uploaded my first 7 or 8 videos with just one GoPro before I even bought a camera. Yeah, I uploaded my first video on 10th of March and I've uploaded pretty much every Wednesday and Sunday since 10th of March. I think I've missed one Sunday for a reason I can't remember. I think I was poorly. Yes, there's been plenty to do, but as I'm looking back through some of the content, you know, it's interesting to see how the videos have improved. My editing's got better. I've started to use different editing software. It's still not great. I'm never going to be a super slick professional editor. That's not the point of the channel. In the same way that I'm never going to be a motorbike racer or a, you know, elite fast scoop rider. It's not the point of the channel. You know, you've seen some of my reviews I do on bikes. You know, they're not detailed particularly. I don't tell you all sorts of stats and figures, but I just give you my sort of gut on what I think about things, and that's just who I am really. So rather than this being a massive hour-long video, I thought I'd break it down into chunks. And I thought because the majority of my viewers and a lot of the riding that I've done are going to be interesting track days, I thought what I'd do is I'd just do a quick comparison as to what my first track day and track days of the year looked like from my riding to my last one that I did at Cadwell. And I think at Cadwell I finished, I'm going to time the Cadwell one. I didn't have a lap timer on there, but it was about a 2-minute 15-second lap. So, and I thought I was flying at that on the ZX6R, and I got down to 151 that you'll see in a bit. Was my fastest lap at Cadwell most recently on the RSV4. Now, different bikes, faster bikes, totally understand that. But you know, I was quite proud of that 151, considering where I'd come from, and that was at what 5 different track days at Cadwell I think I'd done to get that progression. So I thought I'd show those. I'd show a bit of the Alton Park one, a bit of Donington, and just show how much I've improved. Like I said, I'm not professing to be an amazing rider. I'm just trying to show you where we came from to where we got. I think a realistic goal next year, like I say, that 151. There was traffic in that as well, so I really think there was a sub 1 minute 50 that day, which, depending on which way the wind's blowing and how fast the fast group is, I could probably have wobbled around at the back of fast group and not been too dangerous. So I think a realistic goal for me next year is going to be sort of consolidate a fast group rider pace next year for me. That's what I want to get to. So by the end of next year I want to be able to go into a fast group with comfort and confidence and not be a danger to anybody else. I think that's a reasonable goal, and that's probably you know, where I don't want to go any more than that. You know, I've got 3 kids and a job and everything else, so that's fine as long as I'm improving and having fun. That's really all that matters. But if I can go to any track and be a sort of, you know, average fast group rider, I'll be happy with that. So yeah, so let's have a look at some of the track days for this year, and then we'll do another video in subsequent days where we look at perhaps some of the bikes that I've ridden this year and just do a bit of a channel review, but over a few episodes. So I think that could be fun. So yeah, so let's crack on. So I put up some footage now, my first ever track day that I did in 15 years, I think I took off, and this is Donington Park. So let's just, I'll show you some highlights of my first few laps at Donington Park, and then we'll crack on.
Right, back on it again, steady weight, tyres will cool off a bit, just relax, think about the basic things, body positioning, when to get on the gas, think about the lines, hit the apexes. Whoa. Smooth. So all the braking points are here, so just be gentle.
So, what do you think? I'm watching it back now and I'm like, half of me's cringing, but half of me's thinking, do you know what? I'm not. I mean, that wasn't a bad effort, really. I don't think that was a bad effort at all, considering I'd not ridden for 15 years. I'm okay with that. You know, I'm not promoting this channel as a super fast track day rider or you know fast group hero. Just normal dude doing track days for fun. So that was okay, and then we went to Cadwell. So what the best comparison I can make is, and why I made my best improvements, because I got rained off like 4 times at Donington. So it was a bit of a bogey track for me this year from a weather point of view. Is Cadwell. So let me show you my first time around Cadwell this year. We'll have a look at that now.
Okay. Two warm-up laps now. Remember, there's some slower guys today, even slower than me. guy. Okay. Alright, nice and steady now. Rhythm, get a rhythm in. Brake in. Those two guys next to me, much quicker than me. Pretty slow. I'm not going to do him in a hairpin. Maybe the next one. Quality a bit there on him.
Okay, so not so bad. That was okay. That was on the ZX6R. Then I bought the RSV4 1100 factory, and we took that round. Okay, so that's you know, you can clearly see the difference in power, but I think still I was really stiff and frightened, and I think actually it was probably stiffer for a while on that RSV4 until I sort of realised it wasn't just going to ship me off into the hedges first time I twisted the throttle. And that's actually still where I need to make the most improvements. Next year we start to focus on opening the throttle earlier. Anyways, so I did several track days. We went to Donington, see here. Yeah, anyway, we did several track days. So we went to, I got a hire van for some reason or other, and I did a cheeky one to Alton Park, see here. So that wasn't bad. That was a new trike, never been there before. You know, fairly hesitant there. I think I did a 2-minute lap or something around there, which is alright. It's not bad for a first time there. Alton Park's a pretty tough track. I found it pretty tough to learn anyway. We had bad weather in the morning, but then we go from the first Cadwell laps that I did, show you here, on to where we finished off. So this was my last sort of fastest lap of the year at Cadwell. So I'm hoping you can see a marked difference here. So let's just play that. So as you can see, look, I think I think there was a pretty big improvement over the year, which didn't feel like it at the time, but there was sort of pretty incremental improvements every time I went there. And like I say, every time I went to Cardwell, I got good weather, thankfully. But you know, I've said this multiple times, the thing that made the most difference was the tuition I got from Matt from MTS Suspension, link in the description and up here. That took off, I think, 8 seconds off my previous best lap time, just getting that instruction. And actually the instruction was only really focusing on letting the brakes off earlier. That was what Matt asked me to work on that particular day, you know, just rolling into the corners faster, that entry speed into the corner. And once I'd mastered that, it literally took 8 seconds off, but I was still way too ginger on the throttle. Wasn't opening it enough. I thought I was opening it fully, but clearly not. Wasn't opening it anywhere near early enough. So there's plenty of time to find out next year. I think mid to low 140s is definitely achievable. I think low 140s I'd probably get, which I think would put me in a, you know, lower average fast group pace, which I'd be fine with. So look, quick video this. I want to try and keep these a bit snappier, just to sort of 2020 reviews. It's not even been a full year, has it really? 9 months I've been uploading. So look, this is just where I came from, my sort of first track day to my last track day, hopefully to show you a bit of improvement. Nothing drastic happened, bit of instruction, you know, bit of patience and taking my time and just having fun. But the most important part of all those track days is I just had an absolute blast. I've got loads of track days booked next year already. I've got Silverstone booked now. I've got loads of track days booked next year. Now I've got a van, I can go where I want. I've got Silverstone booked already. I've got a Cadwell and Donington booked already. I'm going to Andalucía in February. I'm going to Portimao then in May, beginning of May. I'm going to Catalonia, looking forward to that one. I'm going to Catalonia at the end of June, and then as soon as the Jerez dates get booked, I want to book Jerez for November again next year-ish, whenever the dates are, because obviously I missed it this year, so I'm going to try and do one at the end of next year, somewhere warm. And then there's going to be, you know, numerous UK track days scattered through the year, probably another 10 or 15 track days I would have said, so I'm going to do a lot next year on track. As well as a lot of dirt bike stuff as well, but we'll review that in the next video. So yeah, look, quick video. I hope you like where I came from to where I am. I hope you think I got a bit faster. I certainly do. Yeah, thanks very much for watching, and I hope you're all organised for Christmas, and I'll see you on the next one.